1. Introduction. My name is Jessica. I am 28 years old. I live with my husband, Victor. Victor is 30 years old. We are very happy together. We love each other very much. Our life is good and peaceful. We live in a nice house on a small, quiet street. We like living here because it is calm. Many families live in our neighborhood. The people are friendly. We have a small garden with some flowers. Victor likes to sit in the garden. I like it too on sunny days. Our home is comfortable and we feel safe here. I work as a store manager. The store is big and always busy with customers. My job means I work hard. I work 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days if it is a busy period. I often work long hours. I meet many different people every day. Most customers are nice. I like my job because it is interesting. When I come home from work, I am usually tired. But Victor is always there. He makes me feel better. Victor works from home. He uses his computer for his job. He writes for different companies. He is smart and very good at his work. He is also a patient man. Working from home is good for Victor. He can make his own schedule. Sometimes when I am at work, he cooks dinner for us. It is a nice surprise when I come home and dinner is ready. He is a kind and helpful husband. He always listens to me when I talk about my day. Our daily life is simple. In the morning, I go to my job. Victor starts his work at home. He drinks coffee while he works. In the evening, we eat dinner together. We talk about what happened during our day. After dinner, sometimes we watch a movie or read our books. On weekends, we like to relax. We might go for a walk in the park, or we visit our friends or family. Our life is not very exciting, but we are content. We have everything we need. We have each other, and we have our quiet home. We feel safe and happy. We thought our peaceful life would always continue like this. We liked our simple routine. It was familiar and made us feel secure. Life was good and we were happy. 2. New neighbor. One Saturday morning, Jessica was in her garden. The sun was shining. She loved planting flowers. She saw a big truck on their quiet street. The truck stopped at the house next door. That house was empty for a few months. We have new neighbors, Jessica thought. She felt curious. She hoped they would be friendly. Later that day, Jessica saw a woman outside the next house. The woman was not very tall. She had dark hair. She was carrying a box. Jessica went to say hello. "Hello," Jessica said. "I am Jessica. I live here." The woman smiled. Her smile was big and friendly. "Hello, Jessica. I am Natalie. It's nice to meet you," she said. Natalie looked pretty. "Welcome to our street," Jessica said. "It's a nice place to live. It's very quiet." Natalie looked around at the trees and the other houses. "Yes, it seems very peaceful here," Natalie said. Her voice was soft. She looked a little sad when she said this. They talked for a few minutes more, standing on the sidewalk. Natalie told Jessica a little about her situation. I am moving here alone, Natalie explained. My husband left me some time ago. It was a very difficult time for me, so I wanted a new start in a new place. Jessica could see that Natalie was trying to be brave, but her eyes looked a bit sad. Jessica felt very sorry for Natalie. It was not easy to be alone. It was also not easy to move to a new town and a new house without help. "Oh, I am so sorry to hear that," Jessica said. Her voice was kind. "That must be very hard for you." Natalie nodded. "Yes, it is. But I hope things will be better now." Jessica wanted to be a good neighbor. "Well, we are very happy to have you here, Natalie," Jessica said with a warm smile. "My husband, Victor, and I live right here. If you need anything, like help with a heavy box or some information about the town, please just ask us. We are happy to help." Natalie's face looked brighter. "That's very kind of you, Jessica. Thank you so much," she replied. "I really appreciate that. I hope we can be good friends." "I am sure we will be," Jessica said. She thought Natalie seemed like a nice and friendly person, even with her sadness. Jessica felt it was good to be welcoming. 3. Friendly visits. Natalie started to visit Jessica and Victor's house. After she moved in, she came over a few times. At first, these visits seemed normal and friendly. She was their new neighbor, and Jessica thought it was good to be welcoming. Natalie would come over for a cup of tea. They talked about simple things, like the neighborhood. Natalie was always polite and smiled a lot. Jessica and Victor both thought she was a pleasant person. These first visits were usually short. Natalie did not stay for a long time. It felt like a normal thing for new neighbors to do. Soon, Natalie's visits became more frequent. It was not just once or twice a week anymore. Sometimes, she came to their house almost every day. Jessica had a busy job as a store manager. She worked long hours and was often not at home during the daytime. Victor worked from home, so he was usually there. Natalie seemed to learn Victor's routine. She often knocked on their door when Jessica was away at her job. Victor told Jessica about these visits in the evenings. He said Natalie just wanted to talk or needed something small. Jessica thought it was a little unusual, but she remembered Natalie was alone and maybe lonely. Natalie often brought small gifts with her when she visited, especially when Jessica was not there. She liked to bake. She would bring fresh cakes or warm cookies. "I made too much," she would say with a smile. "Please enjoy these." Victor always thanked her. He thought she was being kind. Natalie also started to ask Victor for help with tasks around her house. She said many small things were broken. One day, she asked, "Victor, can you please help me? My television is not working." Another time, she said, "My kitchen light is broken." Victor was a kind man. He liked to help people. So he went to Natalie's house to fix her TV and her light. Victor helped Natalie with other small jobs too. Sometimes she needed help with her garden or to move a heavy box. Natalie always told Victor how good he was. She said, "You are so helpful, Victor. I don't know what I would do without you." Victor didn't think much about it. He was just being a good neighbor. He told Jessica about helping Natalie. He thought Natalie was just a new neighbor who needed some support. Jessica listened. The house often had the smell of Natalie's baking when she came home from work. The visits and the requests for help continued for several weeks. Natalie became a regular visitor, especially during the day when Victor was home alone. First doubts. One Tuesday, Jessica finished her work at the store a little early. Her boss said she could go home. Jessica was happy. She thought about Victor. He was probably working on his computer at home. She wanted to surprise him. She drove her car home. The street was quiet, like always. She parked her car and walked to her front door. She felt tired but good. She looked forward to a quiet afternoon with Victor. When Jessica opened the door, she heard voices. They came from the kitchen. One voice was Victor's. The other voice was a woman's voice. It was Natalie. Jessica walked quietly to the kitchen. She saw them. Natalie was standing near the kitchen table. Victor was sitting at the table. They were laughing. Natalie held a cup of tea. It looked like they were having a nice time. Natalie looked very happy and comfortable in Jessica's kitchen. Jessica stopped in the doorway. She did not know what to say. Suddenly, Victor saw Jessica. His smile went away a little. "Oh, Jessica, you are home early," he said. Natalie turned around. She smiled at Jessica. "Hello, Jessica." "I was just telling Victor a funny story," Natalie said. She did not look worried. She looked very friendly. Jessica tried to smile. "Hello, Natalie," she said. It felt strange. This was her kitchen, but Natalie seemed so at home. Natalie finished her tea quickly. "Well, I should go now," she said. "Thank you for the tea, Victor." Then she left. Jessica watched Natalie go. A small, new feeling started in her heart. It was not a nice feeling. She felt a little bit jealous. Natalie was in her house very often. She was often with Victor when Jessica was at work. Why did Natalie need to talk to Victor so much? Why were they laughing together like old friends? Jessica felt uncomfortable. She did not like this feeling. Her happy home felt a little different now. She looked at Victor. He was watching her. Later that evening, Jessica and Victor sat on the sofa. The television was on, but Jessica was not watching it. She thought about Natalie. Finally, she said to Victor, "Natalie is here a lot when I am not home." Victor looked at her. "Yes, sometimes she visits," he said. "I feel a little uncomfortable about it," Jessica said. Today, in the kitchen, it felt strange. She tried to explain her feelings. "She asks you for help many times. She brings cakes. Now she is having tea and laughing in our kitchen." Victor listened. He took Jessica's hand. "Oh, Jessica," he said softly. Please don't worry. Natalie is just being friendly. She is new in the neighborhood and she is alone. Her husband left her, remember? She probably just wants some company. He smiled at Jessica. She is just a friend. There is nothing more. You know I love you. I only love you. He tried to make her feel better. Jessica wanted to believe him. She really wanted to. But the uncomfortable feeling did not go away completely. It stayed, like a small shadow in her mind. 5. Growing suspicions. After her talk with Victor, Jessica tried to believe him. She wanted to think Natalie was just a friendly neighbor, but it was hard. The feeling of worry did not go away easily. Jessica thought about Natalie a lot. She remembered Natalie laughing with Victor in her kitchen. It made her feel a little sad. She wanted her happy, quiet life back. Soon, Jessica started to see new things. These things made her worry more. She noticed that Natalie changed her clothes often. When Natalie knew Jessica was at work and Victor was home, she wore very nice dresses. She also put on more makeup. Jessica thought this was strange. Why did Natalie need to look so pretty just to visit a neighbor? Before, Natalie wore simple clothes. Now she looked like she was going to a party. This made Jessica think. Natalie seemed to pay more attention to how she looked only when Victor was there alone. One evening, Jessica came home from her job at the store. She was tired. She walked into her living room. She saw something on the sofa. It was a scarf. The scarf was colorful and soft. Jessica picked it up. She knew it was not her scarf. It was not Victor's scarf. Then she remembered. She saw Natalie wearing a scarf like that one day. It was Natalie's scarf. Her heart beat a little faster. Why was Natalie's scarf in her house, on her sofa? Jessica felt a cold feeling inside her. Did Natalie leave it there by mistake? Or did she leave it there for another reason, maybe to show she had been there? Jessica did not like this. Her small worry from before was now a big, dark cloud in her mind. She felt more than just uncomfortable. She started to feel suspicious. This was not just friendly behavior anymore. Jessica held the scarf in her hand. She thought about Victor's words. He said Natalie was just a friend. He said Jessica should not worry. But the nice clothes and now this scarf made it hard to believe him. Jessica decided she could not ignore these things. Her feelings of jealousy were stronger now. She also felt a little angry. Was Victor telling her the truth, or was he hiding something? From that day, Jessica started to watch Natalie more carefully. She paid attention when Natalie came to their house. She listened to what Natalie said to Victor. She looked at how Victor acted when Natalie was there. Jessica also watched Victor. Did he look at Natalie in a special way? Did he talk about Natalie when she was not there? Jessica wanted to know the truth. She felt like a detective in her own home, looking for clues. Every time Natalie visited, Jessica tried to be calm on the outside. But inside, She was full of questions and doubts. She saw Natalie smile at Victor. Was it just a friendly smile, or was it something more, something secret? Natalie often brought small cakes or cookies. Were these just kind gifts from a neighbor? Or was Natalie trying to get Victor's attention in a different way, trying to be sweet to him? Jessica's mind was very busy. The peace in her home felt like it was slowly breaking. She missed the easy days before Natalie moved next door. She hoped she was wrong, but her suspicion grew stronger every day. 6. The argument. Jessica could not forget the scarf. Her worry about Natalie grew bigger every day. She watched Natalie closely. Jessica felt sure that Natalie wanted more than just friendship from Victor. She believed Natalie wanted Victor for herself. This feeling made her unhappy and scared. She decided she needed to talk to Victor again. It had to be a serious talk. One evening, after dinner, Jessica looked at Victor. He was reading a book. The house was quiet, but Jessica felt a storm inside her. "Victor," she started, her voice was a little shaky. "We need to talk about Natalie. I am serious." Victor put down his book. He looked at her. "What about Natalie now?" he asked. He sounded tired of this topic. "I don't like her visiting so much," Jessica said. Her words came out quickly. "I think she likes you, Victor, not just as a neighbor." Jessica told him about Natalie's nice clothes and the scarf she found. "It's not normal, Victor. She comes here all the time, especially when I am not here. She wants your attention." Jessica felt upset. Her behavior is not right. She knows you are married. Victor listened. His face changed. He looked surprised, then a little angry. "Jessica, that's not true," he said. His voice was firm. "You are imagining things. Natalie is just friendly. She is new and alone. We are being kind." He stood up. "She doesn't like me in that way, I am sure. You are mistaken." "But Victor, I see how she looks at you," Jessica insisted. Her voice was quiet now. Tears were in her eyes. "She laughs too much at your jokes. It's not just friendly." "You are wrong, Jessica," Victor said. He sounded frustrated. "She is just a neighbor. I only see her as a friend, that's all. Why can't you believe me?" He looked at Jessica. His eyes were sad and a bit angry. "I love you. Why would I want Natalie?" Jessica felt pain in her chest. He did not understand. "It's not about you wanting her," Jessica tried to explain. "It's about her wanting you, and you are not stopping her." They argued for a long time. Jessica said Natalie was a danger. Victor said Jessica was jealous and did not trust him. Their voices got louder. Then they became quiet and cold. When they stopped talking, the room felt full of unhappiness. Jessica was very sad. Victor looked upset too. He went to the bedroom alone. Jessica stayed in the living room. She felt confused and alone. Victor said Natalie was just a friend, but Jessica felt something was wrong. The argument did not help. It made things worse. There was a new tension in their home. Jessica worried about her marriage. She worried about Victor. And she worried about Natalie. 7. The truth comes out. After the big argument with Victor, Jessica felt very sad. She knew something was wrong, but Victor did not believe her. The house felt quiet, and there was a lot of tension. Jessica did not sleep well that night. The next day, Victor was busy in his office. Jessica was in the living room. She felt tired and very worried about her marriage. She saw Victor's phone on the small coffee table. He often left it there when he was working. Usually, Jessica never looked at his phone. It was his private information. But today, she felt she had to pick it up. Her heart was beating very fast. She was nervous about what she might find, but she needed to know. The screen of the phone was dark. She pressed a button and the screen turned on. There was a new message notification. It was from Natalie. Jessica felt a cold, sick feeling in her stomach. With a shaking hand, she opened the message. The words were clear and easy to read. Natalie wrote, "Thank you for helping me today. You are always so sweet and kind. I wish you were mine." Jessica read the message 2 times. Then she read it a 3rd time. She could not believe what she was seeing. So her feelings were correct. Natalie wanted Victor. Victor had said Jessica was wrong, but the message was clear proof. Her hands started to shake. She felt a big pain in her chest. It was shock and deep hurt. She was not imagining things. Her worries were real. Jessica put the phone back on the table. She thought quickly. She could shout at Victor. She could cry for hours. But first, she needed to do something else. She needed to talk to Natalie directly. She wanted to see Natalie's face when she asked her about this message. Jessica stood up. She felt angry. She also felt she must know the full truth now. She walked out of her house. She went next door to Natalie's house. She knocked on the door firmly. Her heart was still beating very fast, but she tried to look calm and strong. Natalie opened the door. She was wearing a nice dress and she smiled when she saw Jessica. "Hello, Jessica," Natalie said. Her voice was sweet like it always was. Jessica did not smile back. "I need to talk to you, Natalie," she said. Her voice was low and serious. "It is about Victor." Natalie's smile did not change much. "Oh, what about Victor?" she asked, looking innocent. "I saw your message to him," Jessica said. She looked straight into Natalie's eyes. "The one where you said you wish he was yours." Natalie did not look surprised. She did not look sorry or ashamed. Instead, her smile became a little different. It was not a friendly smile anymore. It was a confident, almost challenging smile. "Oh, that message," Natalie said slowly. She leaned against the door frame. "Well, Jessica, he is a wonderful man. And he is a free man when you are not at home, is he not?" Jessica felt like someone had hit her hard. Natalie was not even trying to hide her feelings or her actions. She was bold and showed no regret. All of Jessica's worst fears were true. Natalie wanted her husband, and she was not ashamed to admit it. The hurt Jessica felt before now mixed with a strong, burning anger. This was not just a friendly neighbor. This was a woman trying to take her husband. 8. What happens next? Jessica went straight to Victor when she got home. Her heart was beating fast. She showed him Natalie's message on his phone. "I saw this, Victor," she said. Her voice was shaking a little. "And I talked to Natalie. She is not sorry. She said she wants you." Jessica watched his face. She felt angry and very sad. Victor looked at the message. His face became very sad. He looked up at Jessica with worried eyes. "I am so sorry, Jessica," he said quietly. His voice showed his regret. "I did not know she felt that way. I really did not understand." He looked down. "I thought she was just a friendly neighbor. I never wanted to hurt you." Then Victor looked into Jessica's eyes. "Please believe me, I only love you," he said clearly. "You are my wife. Natalie means nothing to me like that." He made a strong promise. "I will stop all contact with her now. I will not speak to Natalie again. I will not see her. I promise." He sounded very serious. Jessica listened to Victor. He seemed honest. She was still very hurt, but she wanted to believe him. Their home felt quiet for many days. Victor kept his promise. He did not speak to Natalie. After some weeks, one Saturday, Jessica saw a big truck outside Natalie's house. Natalie was moving away. Jessica felt a big sense of relief. With Natalie gone, Jessica and Victor could start to fix their relationship. It was not easy. Trust was like a broken plate. It was hard to put all the pieces back together perfectly. They both knew it would take a lot of time. They needed to be patient with each other. This was a difficult journey for them. They started by talking more. They talked about their feelings every day. Jessica told Victor how much Natalie's actions hurt her. Victor listened carefully. He always said he was sorry for not seeing the problem sooner. They learned to be honest about everything. They also spent more quiet time together, just the two of them. Repairing their marriage was a slow process. Some days were good, and some days were still hard. They tried to find their old happiness again. They learned to be very patient. Jessica and Victor knew they had to work hard to rebuild trust. They loved each other, and that love gave them hope. They wanted their happy life back.